Hey, it's Dorr with Tactical Hyve. In today's video, we're going to be covering the two different ways that I draw a pistol. Hey, today's video is brought to us by TacPack. They are a subscription-based company that sends out a box filled with EDC, survival, and tactical items. So be sure to check them out in the link below. Don't forget to use promo code TACHYVE at checkout. And with your first box, they will include a $75 made in the USA AR part. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, we're back. And today we're gonna be covering drawing from the holster. I have two different methods. To the untrained eye, if you're not paying attention, they pretty much look identical, but they are two distinct different methods designed to maximize two different points of performance. So up first, we have the standard method. We'll call this the combat or the CQB method. This is generally what is taught when guys are starting out. This one is designed for close quarter engagements where using your sights isn't as important because it's very close, it's very fast, and you want to be ready for actual physical contact with other people. When you're entering rooms, especially in low light situations, you are going to get well within arm's reach of people. It's inevitable. So there's some tips and some tricks with this methodology that are geared more towards that, if that makes sense. Starting out, first we got to land our initial touch points. So there's two touch points, one with your primary hand, one with your secondary support hand. So primary hand goes directly to the pistol. Support hand, I like to touch my torso, my plate carrier, whatever, okay? Obviously you need to get to the gun, you need your touch point, but as far as your support weak side hand, I don't want this thing to get in the way of the pistol during a struggle. You know, what if I get bumped? What if I get tackled? What if something crazy happens? I do not want to be the one that shoots me in the hand. Somebody else shoots me in the hand, okay, but I'm just not going to shoot myself in the hand. So to try to keep that from happening, I'm going to keep intimate contact with my torso. Some people do it, some people don't. From here, though, I can block a strike, I can strike myself, I can throw a punch, an elbow, whatever. I highly suggest that you do this, but again, it's up to you. So in real time, land both touch points, draw the pistol, and I'm instantaneously gonna get this thing pointed downrange. Like it is quick draw, Wild West, pointed downrange. Why? Because in an emergency situation, I might have to start shooting from this point. Like we're there. We're all the way to the finish line. We're in the room with whomever, and it got to this point. So I want to train myself now to have the option of clearing the holster, not shooting myself in the hand, and being able to at least start the solution from down here. That makes sense. So we'll go ahead, land your touch points, get the weapon pointed down range, and at about a 45-degree angle, I'm going to be bringing this gun up to eye level. Okay, this is the big difference between this method and what we're going to cover next. As the pistol clears my support hand, that's when I'm going to bring it in and sink that grip right as I find my front sight, align with rear sight, and target, just like so. Nothing fancy, back to high ready. Now, as you can see, as I pulled the pistol out, got it clear, brought it up at a 45-degree angle, right as my support hand marries up for the grip, where am I? I'm at high ready. I'm right here. So if a different situation that wasn't as bad, let's say I'm prisoner handling or whatever, my primary is stowed, and I'm like, whoa, I need a gun real quick. Boom, I can get right here to high ready. What's going on here? If I don't have something to immediately engage, I'm a step closer to being able to do so. And it's the exact same movement. I'm not retraining myself to do anything different. In moments of, I guess you could call it sheer panic, for lack of a better word, which is point blank conversation distance combat, you need to have all of these movements pre-planned and well rehearsed. That is why we train, and that is why we drill. And that is the methodology behind the standard combat draw. So here I am at high ready, I can punch out, take shots, just like so, back to high ready, back to the holster. So in real time, go ahead, get the weapon pointed down range, marry it up, scan, back to the holster. Nothing fancy. Method 2, which is slightly different. This one, after guys get the standard method down, is when we would bring this one in. This one comes more from the competitive side of the world. We do train, tactical and sport guys do come together and train because there is a lot of overlap, especially when it comes to being very accurate very quickly. The sport guys have that figured out. So a separate method that I will tell myself to use that I do not train to as much, but I will draw the pistol, not too worried about getting it pointed down range. I'm not going to exaggerate that elbow so that I could take those shots. I'm going to skip that part. I am going to clear the holster. I am going to get the weapon pointed down range, but I am going to bring the gun to the center, to my center line, in line with my eyes, and I'm going to instantly marry up my hands and get a good grip. And that's when I'm going to bring the gun up and then out. By bringing the gun up, I find the sights faster and I'm able to take more accurate, farther shots. Up close, not that big of a deal. It's probably all instinctive fire really, honestly anyway. But if somebody is farther and they're not an immediate threat right in my face, I need to be more accurate, okay? I need to be accountable for every single shot I fire with no exceptions, especially in a situation where there are people that do not need to be shot, okay? It's very dangerous, things happen very fast, so I am going to cut out a few of those combat steps and I'm going to get to my sights so that I can be as accurate and fast as possible. So it'll look more like this. Okay, again, I have my hands up, I'm going to get the weapon pointed down range and I'm just going to bring it natural, just my body type, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to, as easy and freely, just bring it on over to my other hand. And that's when it's going to come up and out. And it is going to come up and out. I want, as I'm punching out, I want to be able to line up those sights on the target and take those precision farther shots. So just like so. Just like so. All right, guys, so those are my two methods for drawing a pistol. They are very similar, but there are differences. I like to switch back and forth when I'm training just to make sure I'm up to speed on both. Next time you're out at the range, give them a shot. Hit me up in the comments, let me know what you think. Not everything that works for me is gonna work for you or vice versa, but that's why we're here. Trying new things, see what works. If you do like it, you don't like it, that's okay too. Hit me up in the comments, let me know. This is Dorr with Tactical Hyve, and I'll see you next time.